Hello YouTube, this is Almond here, bringing another Minecraft video. Today we are inside Titan's not-so-secret base in the world of Purple Chicken, and I've been doing a bit of editing to it in creative mode, trying to improve his disco room. Just before we start, I'm just going to let you know that I'm using lapis lazuli blocks here, just to represent water, as when I tried to use the texture pack that he uses, it for some reason didn't work, so that's just why they're there. Okay, so if we come in here, this is the room as it will be in, as it is in default. Some of the lights are on, and basically, so that I've basically improved the redstone circuitry to give a greater effect. Okay, this is the master switch out here, and basically it defines whether the bottom set of lights are either on, as you can see here, or off. Normally when you're using the room you'll set the switch to off, but when you're out of the room it's useful to have the switch on. As you can see now, let's try to get into the room. There we go. So you want it on usually when you're not using the room, so that all the areas can remain illuminated. So creepers and stuff won't spawn and wreck it when you try and come in. But when you're inside the room, when you come into it, you switch it off. Proceed to the other side of the room. I can't actually see in this because there's some sun on the screen, so let me just adjust. There we go. And then you'll be familiar with this effect, but you see what I've done here is this is just the bottom row activated at the moment, so it's the same initial system of the repeater design, but how it works is that instead of just channeling them all and getting a simple effect, I've added additional redstone repeaters here, with all the dials set to different levels, so that the effects are entirely random. This one still has a gradual effect, as I've set it to 1. The delays to be gradual, as you can see here. Also note that I've added note blocks here to get some music in the disco. Okay, but there's also a secondary set, as if we'll see if we go up here to activate this set. This activates a secondary set of lights where the circuitry is in the roof instead of in the floor. You can see here. So yeah, basically that's how it works. So it's just trying to get the lights a bit more random. And also with the no blocks, there's 3 different types of sound you can get. So I will just demonstrate that now. So the initial music when you activate this switch is like so. Like that. And when you activate the top switch on its own, it sounds like this. Just like that. And then when you activate both together, they will sound like this. Now, obviously this isn't a perfect like sound. You could probably sound a bit better, but I don't know. You could. I'm sure there's various combinations and notes that you could use to make some nice sounds there, but that's it. That's basically the disco room. So you use this switch to just activate the bottom lights. as a sort of security system against mobs. You might want to put a torch in here as well, but you've got the redstone stuff that might provide enough illumination. And yep, that is my version of the disco room. You can see I'll just put a closer look at all the circuitry so you can see how it works. So this is the initial redstone repeater design here. Then the circuit goes down here into a line along the center of the room. Then it branches off to feed the various lights or lamps. And as you go along, you've got a repeater for each one set to a different level, so you can alternate it. You might even be, if you want for a larger room, you could even use more repeaters to get every lamp to go off at its initial time. And basically, so then the redstone continues to go up through the floor level until it gets here, also powering the note blocks. Oh, whoops, I'm on creative mode, as you could probably tell. So, but yeah, that's basically how it works. So each lamp, you can see here. Yes, now here's one thing. Here's the easy bit. I just forgot. You need to switch this off so you can get the alternating pattern. If you leave that on, the bottom lights will stay on all the time. So as you can see, the circuit is alternating and all the lights are going off at an individual time. Upstairs, the circuitry is much the same, only reversed, where the signal is traveling down. As you can see, before traveling down. Note you have to put redstone on the lamp itself at this point to ensure the current carries down to it. And that has been Almaiden's take on the disco room in Titan's not so secret base in the Purple Chicken. Be sure to leave comments and stuff saying, if you like it and what kind of any improvements you'd recommend. But I think it's a pretty neat design. I chose to use glass for the floor, by the way, so you could, even though you can see the circuitry, certain blocks can only be used as glass, like this one here. If you use another block type in it, it breaks the signal. And there you go. So that has been the disco room. And yes, there's been All Agents, and goodbye.